Hi guys, the first four trumpets, Revelation chapter 8, verse 6 through to 13. And the seven angels which had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of the trees was burnt up, and all the green grass was burnt up. And the second angel sounded, and as it were, a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood, and the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as if it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the three angels, which are yet to sound. My interpretation, this is stages of an asteroid impact. The first angel sounds with a hail fire mingled with blood. Hail is basically material, like a solid material falling down. We think of it as like ice when we think of hail, but obviously hail, fire, things like that. It's basically a lot of it coming down. That could be the first stages of an asteroid impact, the debris that is pushed ahead of the asteroid by the gravity of it. So that comes first. Then a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. Now, for example, we've had Space Force recently announced, we've had NASA's attempts to stop an asteroid announced as well. Loads of rockets and missiles fired off this year. SpaceX, there was a lot of things going on this year with rockets and stuff. So if there is something like that out there, and I can't say of any certainty there is, but if there is, and we get that first initial, you know, asteroid field, essentially coming down on the Earth, and a hail of asteroids, you know, when they enter the atmosphere, they burn up. That's the fire mingled with blood. Obviously, people dying and stuff. I guess that could be interpreted as, if they did fire something at the asteroid, like a nuclear weapon or something, to try and knock it off course or to destroy it, a piece of it could break off, and that could be what we see as a great mountain burning with fire cast into the sea. Again, the burning, again, the burning with fire part could be the part where it's entering into the atmosphere. The third angel sounds, and there fell a great star from heaven. Now that could be the main body of the asteroid. So we've had the debris that's pushed ahead of it, an attempt to stop it, which has caused it to break. We've seen that in a lot of predictive programming in the movies and stuff. Caused it to break. That first part comes, causes a lot of damage, but then you've got the main body, which is even bigger, and that's the great star falling from heaven, burning as if it were a lamp. Again, burning, everything's burning. So you've got fire, and that all could be the result of something pushing through the atmosphere. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and a third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Obviously, if the asteroid is composed of forms of metal like nickel, iron, stuff like that, that could be poisonous. Again, there's the interpretation it could be a nuclear detonation. And again, if a nuclear weapon is used to try and stop it, or several nuclear weapons are used to try and stop it, then that could be, a part of why the waters are poisoned and people die from drinking it. And then the fourth angel sounds, and the third part of the sun is smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So that to me is basically the sun, the moon, and the stars being blocked out by something. If any of the first three trumpets does relate to an asteroid impact, then obviously the debris, the smoke, the fire, all of that would block out the sun, block out the moon, obviously, and also the stars, at least a third part of them. So that's what I'm seeing there. And then there's this report, along with SpaceX and Space Force and everything else that's going on. Apparently, there's an asteroid above us right now, which is 326 miles wide. 923, you can get out of that for people who like to look at the numbers. It is above us from it was from June 20th up until July 16th. So that does include June 27th, which a lot of people have watched on because of the RIMPAC exercise. It also includes July 7th, which I have a watch on because that was this anniversary of the London bombings, and also July 15th, which is an interpretation from the LC scene in the IPEC GOAT video, the L being a 7 when looked at from Obama's perspective, adding that onto the 15, which is above the tsunami wave or the sea, however you want to look at it. But those 3 dates, they all fall within this time frame where we have this asteroid above us. Apparently it can be seen with the naked eye, so any of you, if you want to really find out the details of where it is located and then look up, you can use a telescope if you want to see if you can see it. Obviously some of you don't believe in asteroids, and there's all this Blue Beam project and all that kind of stuff that you have to contend with, so choose what you want, but this is what the report is saying, so I'm just conveying it. Along with all the other things, I forgot to mention, it has a 13-mile high mountain, and this is one of the things that makes me think of the first 4 trumpets as an asteroid impact, particularly the second angel sounding the trumpet, a great mountain burning with fire. As I said, if NASA or something or someone tried to stop the asteroid and a piece of it broke off, maybe it's the piece with a 13-mile wide or 13-mile high mountain, and that's the mountain burning on fire that comes second after the debris that's being pushed ahead, and then comes the great star. And obviously maybe thinking, oh, it's an asteroid, it's not a star. It's particularly interesting when you get to the end of this report that it says, according to those who have previously spotted Vesta, the asteroid exhibits a yellowish hue and looks very much like a star. Grab a launch chair, ditch the light pollution and look up. Vesta won't be this close to Earth again until 2040. It's making its closest approach to Earth it has for 2 decades, so it's not something that happens every day. Apparently you can see it with the naked eye. 326 miles wide, 13-mile high mountain on it, yellowish hue, looks like a star. I mean, I can't really think of many more things to connect with this part of the Bible here. The burning mountain, the reference to a great star, the hail and fire mingled with blood, the sun, the moon, the stars being blocked out, the SpaceX, the Space Force, the NASA announcement. It all seems to be pointing in one direction. The IPEC GOAT video chalkboard. It all seems to be pointing in one direction, that either we do have a real asteroid about to make an impact, or they're about to make it look like an asteroid has made a real impact. Either way, it looks like there's a really large devastation planned. And obviously, as I said, they put that in predictive programming in the movies, Deep Impact, Armageddon, Avengers, Age of Ultron. It's all meteors impacting the Earth, destruction, start over. And obviously when they mean start over, that's their new world order. So you guys, I don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but it looks like that's what may happen. So have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.